To everybody watching,
in one way or the other.
me.
If I see a black kid in a hoodie and it's late at night, I'm walking to the other side of the street. I mean, we're all.
Me too. I don't give a fuck. Me too. I do it in the daytime. So, say what you want. I don't give a fuck.
Did we not just talk about this on the
episode? And I go right into my pocket.
Trauma?
Right into my
Did
pocket.
we not just talk about this on the episode? We was talking about trauma and generational trauma and shit.
Yeah.
There you go, right there. You're going to breed that into your kids.
And what did I say? I never feel like
Sensitivity sold separately.
But did y'all hear the about the tunnels? The Jews in the tunnels?
Yeah, they ran down. They was arresting all of them and all that. I seen that. Jews living their best life though.
There was and you know it's crazy, right? So I find it incredibly weird that nobody really knows about this. It's not on the news.
I seen it.
It's really nowhere, right? Even A doesn't know about it, right? So the main synagogue for the Jays is in New York City. Like, people who travel from all over the world, they go to their synagogue. People have been complaining who live next door and stuff that they've been hearing shit in their walls, like Yiddish. That's their language, right? They hearing that in the walls and shit like that. Somehow, so they raided the synagogue.
I don't know what made them raid the synagogue. I don't know what happened that led to that.
I had it, but they raided the synagogue. They ended up tearing the walls down. They found that there was tunnels leading from this synagogue to other synagogues and through fucking the vents in the ground. Like, niggas was just popping about events.
About the secret tunnels that were found under a synagogue in New York City. Toddler chairs were found in the tunnels along to other strange items like stained mattresses.
Dug a secret tunnel into the sanctuary of the Chabad Lubavitch headquarters in Brooklyn.
Many people have reported hearing Yiddish under their apartments, and these tunnels are reported to have compromised the structure of the surrounding buildings.
The men described by police as extremist students are accused of digging the tunnel so that they would be able to have access to the sanctuary after hours.
A group of men have been arrested. The synagogue is closed now pending investigation.
Unfortunately, there was a few people. I was there at the time. It was less than a handful of people that broke the wall.
Some reports said that the secret passage led to a space under the women's bath used for rituals. Other reports claim that the tunnel was built during lockdown, while others claim that the tunnel was part of an illegal expansion attempt. None of these claims have been confirmed yet. The leadership condemned their action. What do you think about these secret tunnels, and what were they used for?
In the ground. So then the city went to fill it. They were going to fill it with cement. When they went back to fill it with cement, the Jays turned up on them and was trying to fight back. So then they started pulling shit out of the tunnels. They were pulling beds that had blood stains on it, strollers, like it was high chairs, like just mad kid shit. There was a room in the back, like, but the tunnels led to other synagogues and shit. They saying that a group of kids did it so that way they could practice their religion whenever they wanted versus when it was open. But that don't really make much sense to me. Now, what I will say is, if these tunnels were found underneath mosque, how would this have been handled?
But
it would be everywhere.
Yeah, but you know
everywhere. But then they can't say, yo, we don't run the media if it's not in the media. So, hey, do your own research. You won't get me canceled. Do your own fucking research. But yeah, I thought that it was weird because once they pulled out the bed with the blood on it, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna exit out of this. It's kind of like the reason why to this day, because I've gotten access. I don't know if anybody else has, but I've gotten access 10, 15 times now. Yo, why haven't y'all talked about what's going on over there? Because I don't know enough. I'm not talking about shit I don't know enough. Especially now when it comes to genocide and millions of people dying. I can't, because every time I try to do research, It's too much misinformation. It's way too.
You can't.
I'm not going to speak on it because I don't want to say the wrong thing. I don't want to say the wrong words.
And the media be lying too.
I got asked that bad. It's like, yo, I watched the pod. Like, y'all haven't talked about that.
I wish them all the best. I hope.
People have commented. I remember a guy commented, y'all not talking about Trump. Y'all avoiding the war. I'm like, yo, dog. We speak about things that we're knowledgeable about. The shit we're not knowledgeable about, we're not talking about.
Yeah,
especially not when it comes to human rights and shit. I'm not speaking about that.
And like you said, I don't have enough information to even try to choose a side.
I don't even talk politics anyway. That cause so much conflict.
The first question I asked them was, "When have you heard us talk politics on here?"
Never talk politics.
When do we talk politics? We don't talk
outside the pod.
Yeah, but like
whatever.
We don't talk
at the
politics.
bar. I don't talk politics.
It's not our thing. Like now, I mean, we're going to be forced to talk about it because the elections are coming up, but. Do with that what you will.
Yeah,
shit, I don't give a fuck who you vote for. That's on you.
Cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah, that's the next shit. Ain't got
or not.
Or no.
or that.
Yo, shout out to everybody watching.
In one way or the other.
Me.
If I see a black kid in a hoodie and it's late at night, I'm walking to the other side of the street. I mean, we're all.
Me too. I don't give a fuck. Me too. I do it in the daytime. So. Say what you want. I don't give a fuck.
Did we not just talk about this on the episode?
And I go right into my pocket.
Trauma?
Right into my
Did we not just talk about this on the episode? We was talking about
Yeah.
trauma and generational trauma and shit.
Yeah.
There you go, right there. You're going to breed that into your kids.
And what did I say? I never feel like I'm about to be victimized. I'm not the victim. It's
you cross the street?
Across the street. Anytime I see kids in general, I cross the street.
No.
I don't got time for these little niggas, bro.
I ain't gonna lie. Like if I see a bunch of kids with the shiesties on,
Yeah, it's 90 degrees. You got a shiesty on. I'm going to go to,
But I mean,
I'm gonna walk by him, but
hoodie on or something like I'm just walking.
That was Mark Cuban.
But I'm paying attention to like his manner, like if he got his hands in his pocket.
Yeah, I'm always looking at all of that.
all
That's different.
That's
body
regular.
language.
Yeah, body language.
Body language
They
is
said
more
that nigga
than.
be out here.
Yeah,
I mean, even a group of kids with shiesties on depends. Like
I'm not crossing the street from nobody.
But if I could see from a distance, like y'all doing weird stuff.
Yeah, it's bullshit. I'm not gonna put myself in.
I'm not stupid.
Yeah, I'm not stupid.
Put myself
I ain't
I'm
thinking
not
of
crossing
his
the
age
street.
being dumb.
Nah, he said every time I see kids though, like
He don't fuck with kids.
That's why.
Perfect job. You got the perfect job.
Nah, he working the wrong shift. Working the wrong shift. Fuck with kids, you want to slam them all day.
Put one of them niggas down.
Yo, because anytime I say yo, something, he like yo, what happened? You need me? I be like yo, hey, chill, bro. Nah, I'm good, bro. You straight. Don't worry about it. You good.
Speaking of that, but
Wait, before we get off music, did anybody hear the Benny the Butcher Braun joint?
yeah, I've played all 3 songs about 12
They
times.
said his album. His album gonna be high.
He says that it's gonna be the best album James ever released in the last 20 years.
He says it's DMX.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
In the last 20 years, DMX came out. No, 25 years. That was 99, 98. He put out both in 98.
How did you feel about the tracks you heard?
Fire. I didn't like the Wayne one at first, and then now that I got 3 songs, it feels way better. Like it flows better. It just feels better listening to it the first time because that was the first song he released. So in my brain, I'm like, oh, he's giving us the Wayne song because it's Wayne. So he's gonna give us the Wayne track first. I didn't like it. Now when I go and play the Braun and all of them, now it's like, all right, I see what you're doing here. I see what you're doing. It's boom bap, but it's almost radio
friendly.
Almost. He might have one on there.
I think
he might have one on there.
You could tweak a couple teams.
Yeah, he might have one on there, but it's almost enough for radio. The Wayne one they might sneak on there. The Wayne one can get on radio because I view it the same way as Ross and Meek. If you can put the Ross and Meek album and song on the radio, you can definitely put that song on the radio.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he might have one. Honestly speaking, he had one with the Drake features. Drake just won't let that nigga put the song out. Because it's still old now. It was in 2019 or some shit. So now Drake won't let him put the song
numbers
out.
though.
Yeah, for him.
For them
Benny
two.
needs
Just
that.
them two alone.
Benny needs that. That's the good look. I'll put that shit out.
Need is a strong word, but I heard you.
Yeah. I don't think you need it, but it'll definitely push him. It'll catapult him farther, even farther.
That is 3 stimulus checks. That
I'm
is
not saying
rich.
it's not.
Be in the building.
I'm just here so I won't get fined.
Sensitivity so separately.